The day was long. You know the kind where it feels like you've lived 3 lifetimes before lunch? That was me. Endless training and drills. And the only thing standing between me and sweet, sweet relief was a little 4-mile ruck march. Now, a ruck march isn't just a shuffle, or isn't a walk in the park. It's a shuffle. In boots, a 40-pound rucksack strapped to your back, and an M16 rifle to keep you company. Sounds fun, right? Add an exhaustion, and it's a party you probably wouldn't RSVP for. The 40-plus members of my class start lining up in tactical formation. Picture 2 lines, one on each side of the road, with about 5 meters in between each person. However, I wasn't joining them just yet. As the class leader, I had to stay back to rehearse the ceremony we'd perform at the end of the march, a culmination of 4 months of pretty intense leadership training. This wasn't just a march, it was our capstone event. No pressure. By the time rehearsal wrapped, I grabbed my gear and I realized that my class was already halfway to the next zip code. No big deal. I just had to run, in full gear, to catch up. And not just to the end of the line. Oh no, I had to sprint to the very center of the formation because leadership. Let me paint you a picture. Me, running, rucksack bouncing on my back like a toddler on a sugar high. Rifle swinging, sweats dripping, less army strong, more army flailing. I felt like a greyhound chasing that rabbit, except I wasn't nearly that fast or that sleek. Somehow I made it, barely. And as I'm standing there, I'm catching my breath, convincing myself I'm not dying, the unthinkable happens. Out of nowhere, a rock, a mean, evil little rock attacks my foot. I roll my ankle and down I go. And not gracefully, mind you. It was a full body crash with sound effects. Think thunk, clang, oh no! Everyone kept marching because you know, military training. The officer in front of me glanced back, but with the look that screamed, seriously? Before turning away. Luckily, one of my instructors rushed over, helped me up, and made sure I could continue. Here's where I want to pause and ask you. Have you ever been carrying a load, a heavy load, whether it's work, family, or just life, thinking you had it all under control, only to faceplant spectacularly? Yeah, me too. Back to my story. I was hurt, but I refused to stop. I had an ankle the size of a grapefruit, but I'm the class leader. Quitting wasn't an option. So I pushed on, and as I limped on, my peers started cross-leveling items from their rucksacks, which is redistributing weight from those struggling to those who could handle more. My instructor encouraged me to do the same, but did I listen? Of course not. I'm strong, I'm fine, I can handle this. Spoiler, I wasn't fine. To make matters worse, I realized I had forgotten to refill my canteens. I am running on fumes, figuratively and literally. Still, I didn't ask for water. Nope. Because heaven forbid, I admit I needed help. By the time we reached the finish line, I was ready to collapse. My ankle was throbbing, I was parched. The ceremony was next, and all I kept thinking was, please don't pass out. Please don't pass out. Thankfully, I didn't. But as I stood there, getting my crest pinned on my chest, a symbol of completion, I had a moment of clarity. Why had I made this so hard on myself? I had so many opportunities to ask for help. I could have cross-leveled my gear. I could have asked for water. Nobody would have judged me. So here's my takeaway. Life will throw rocks at your feet. Sometimes you'll fall. Sometimes you'll carry too much. And sometimes you'll forget to refill your canteens. And that's okay. What's not okay is refusing to ask for help. It doesn't make you weak. It makes you wise. So the next time the pavement jumps up to meet you, remember, you don't have to carry that load alone. Thank you.